Hello, sorry. Hello, folks. This is Ben Gessel. Um, it's a very beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you, Mr. Rogers? No, it's really nice outside. Sheesh, it's not too hot. I really need to go outside a little bit. Anyway, so again, today I believe is June 4th, 4th or 5th. Um, and just making some videos here in the morning to noon time on YouTube. This video is me talking a bit more about farmers markets. I want to mention a little bit more about my experience with them since being in the northwest King County, also southwest Snohomish County area. Just moving around a few different places in the last 10 years or so, ish. So I hadn't up until I hadn't really been to farmers markets until really after college. It wasn't really something that we did as a family when I was younger. My family, so it's kind of this is kind of my own thing I do, and I like to go to farmers markets for a lot of reasons. One of them is that um, everything there is very high quality. The second thing is it's nice just being able to pay things in cash if you bring enough cash. Right? But that's nice. The third thing is that while I want to help people that are that are not begging for money. I mean, while I want to help everybody I can, it's again, when you come across somebody who's asking for money, you're not always sure if they really need it or not. Some people just give as it is, but one of the problems with many grocery stores in the United States is that some of them in particular have these crowds of, well, it could be people that really need money, but some of them could be bums, and some people that just get money for alcohol and other things. So it depends on the location, depends on the grocery store, but no shopper wants to be swarmed by a bunch of people saying, money, please. It's on that note. If I see older women or veterans, perhaps that may be, but there are certain types of folks I tend to be more sympathetic toward that I might give something to, but I'd rather give food or a phone number to call for help rather than just money. But yeah, I will. Gosh, I have a soft spot in my heart for women, especially older women, and anybody who's a mom. Yeah, but if somebody's the guy and they're looking pretty fit and fiddle, I don't know. I'm a little bit less sympathetic toward guys, but yeah, military veterans. Yes, I do also kind of tend to have a soft spot in my heart for them too. I just wonder if they're going to go spend the money on alcohol. But anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. It's like the farmers markets here. So, but yeah, farmers markets don't really have that seedy element as much. Well, they're all a little different, but okay. So it's nice to be able to spend money in cash. They have really high quality stuff and less of a seedy element about them. And also, I like farmers markets because, along with the high quality thing, you want to be able to help farmers. Of all people in the United States that work, farmers are awesome. And increasingly farming and the small farm and the organic farm and these farms are trying to make high quality stuff that isn't as it's not the GMO, not the Monsanto, not the big corporation farms, right? But the real like family owned farms. Those are the ones you want to help out, right? You don't want to help out those big ones. Those big ones are terrible, and yeah, absolutely. Like this is one of the huge reasons why people go to farmers markets. We absolutely hate these big corporations, what they're doing, and there's a lot more I can mention about that for sure. And there's probably a fair amount of YouTube videos about that, but very subject. But yeah, you want to help the local farmers. Just have donate money to them, just for free. Just give them money. Like we want more of these small farms that rotate their crops, and they have all these different scientifically awesome ways of increasing their crop yields without using any crud and natural fertilizers and natural pesticides. By natural pesticides, I mean using certain kinds of insects to take out other insects that would eat their crops, but they're also aware of the um, I don't what the I'm sorry, one second here. I don't know. They just know how to be responsible about their land and everything. On top of all that, it's great to be able to talk to the people that grew your food or that made what you're going to buy, and it's hopefully more slow paced. Not always the case, but and like more than anywhere else, you can really ask them, the farmer, like, oh, so what did you feed your cows? And oh, we use just grass. We don't even use any corn to finish them off, and just grass fed. Well, we grow. The cows are all grazed out in this area, and it's got lots of awesome grasses for them, and nothing funny. And I wouldn't say, I mean, I know it's just the certain kind of beef cattle in Japan that are given massages, but say, oh, we're very nice to our cows, and I say, okay, I'm gonna get some beef from you. It might be $10 a pound. No, I'm yeah. But hey, I mean, you never know. I don't know. I mean, grass-fed beef is expensive, but it's really, really good. But I mean, I don't know. I've gotten at farmers markets. I've bought things that I've never been able to find in stores. I've bought duck eggs. They have salmon berries or golden raspberries. They have in Pike Place Market. They have like tay berries. They have a lot of gluten-free breads and pastries, and gosh, there's other things I've bought that I just can't remember offhand, but the quality of the produce is just amazing. So if you want red, and I do mean red, thoroughly red, really sweet strawberries, like just amazing strawberries, farmers markets. And the raspberries, they have, like, the Driscoll's Organics are pretty good, but they're a little pricey in stores. Get raspberries at farmers markets too. Raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, all the berries, cherries. Yeah, and if you and a lot of people are just like me, we primarily interested in fruit because it's just such a clear difference between the quality of fruit you have right in the middle at the peak season of when certain fruits like berries and cherries, other types of nectarines maybe, but I don't know. It's going to taste like dessert, right? So you're having dinner, and you include some fruit you bought from the farmer's market. I mean, you could grow your own stuff too, but I mean, if you have just a bowl of fresh fruit from a farmer's market, it's going to be like, you don't even need dessert. Oh gosh, the dessert's going to taste like dinner, like an apple pie or cherry pie compared to these fresh berries. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is dessert right there. So anyway, and of course, it's always great to be able to pick up vegetables and things from farmers markets too, even though You can get some really good quality vegetables and fruit too, but from Whole Foods and things. But to a certain extent, maybe debatably QFC or Trader Joe's. But Whole Foods definitely is higher quality stuff. But you can get if you get vegetables from a farmer's market. I don't know how fresh they would be. I imagine they would be pretty fresh, but they'd be really stinking healthy for you. But vegetables, I know, just don't taste as good. I know. So, but I mean, it's fun. It's nice to get some extra vegetables or some vegetables along with your fruit that you get. But again, I've found duck eggs, and that was an awesome find at I guess the Lake City Farmers Market. So some of what I'm going to talk about in this video also has to do with a farmers market strategy. Things that I've done that really work well. And some of these strategies kind of work better for different farmers markets. And I'm not, it might sound like I'm advertising for farmers markets a little bit in this video, maybe in a way. I just think that there's something that needs to be much more commonplace in the future. I think that grocery stores are great. I worked at a grocery store. I worked at Albertsons when I was younger, and they're very important. But if you're talking about health, you're talking about just real food, right? The stuff that they have in Europe, they don't have to have weird, not good stuff versus good stuff. In the United States, we have to deal with this, mass-produced crud. We're looking for the good stuff. We're looking for just real food, and farmers markets has those foods. It's honey. I mean, oh yeah. So I found honey, real honey, right? Real honey, and farmers markets has real honey, real blackberry honey, real clover honey, real wild. I don't know. There's tons of different types of honey, even depending on where the bee, what kind of plants it's pollinating, that sort of thing. And I found let's see, duck eggs, honey. Something else I found in the past that was really awesome. Of course, ground-fed beef. It's not. Oh well, no. We'll come back to me here in a bit. But I'm sorry, folks. One sec here. I'll come back to me in a bit. Well, anyway. But they have, they just have really, really high quality stuff. So my strategy, right? So, there's a website that I'll try to include in the description that has, at least in Washington, all the different farmers markets and when they're open. But yeah, it's a good idea to come to a farmers market with a bunch of cash, like $100 at least. It's like going to a fair. Just pretend you're going to a fair. You're gonna run through that $100 fairly quickly if you're getting a lot of berries. I mean, a lot of them, and you'll want to get a fair amount of them. But what if you want to have lunch there? If, there's a Afghan, non-bred guy with beef or whatever, or not beef, lamb or chicken or something. So what if you want to have something there? It's like really awesome, tasty, ethnic type place or whatever. I don't know. They have a pizza burger place, and everything's really, really artisan quality stuff. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. Plus, berries are gonna take a lot. Plus, anything else you want to buy. So you're definitely gonna get it to $100. Plus, like a little gift for someone, like soap or something. Oh yeah, I know what it was. I was gonna mention I found hazelnuts at the Mukilteo Farmers Market, and other places too. It's Holmquist hazelnuts. Okay, so I've had bulk hazelnuts in the grocery store, tried them, and they just really. Holmquist hazelnuts, though, fresh hazelnuts. Oh, they're so good. Like that's a hazelnut right there. The Holmquist hazelnuts. I had some of those. I just went through the entire bag. I'm like, I need more of these. And of course, you can get the chocolate covered ones if you want to. But I like the real hazelnuts. Real hazelnut is just, oh yeah, it's so good. It's like it's. I mean, for me, it's as good as even like fruit, and it has almost a fruity kind of aroma and a little bit of. It's great. It's awesome. I don't know if you guys know what a hazelnut should taste like, but at least around here, Holmquist up in I think it's Whatcom, Skagit, one of the two, maybe Whatcom County. Holmquist hazelnuts is just amazing, And I can mention other farms here that I just have been really, really happy with for a long, long time. I think it's at Hayton Farms, Hayton. They just have the best strawberries, the best berries. Awesome. I think it's or no, sorry, Hayden, Hayden, one of the two. I can include it in the description. Hayden Farms, Hayden Farms. Ayala Farms, I think they're also very good. Yakima, Ayalla, Ayala Farms, and there's some other ones. I'll just try to mention the ones I've been very, very happy with. Again, this is more for Washingtonians, but try to look up your farmers markets in your area if you can. But other strategies. So it's good to bring a lot of cash. It's good to some places that you're going to have a really hard time finding parking. Obviously, some places more than others. Just be aware of that. That can be that's be something that you really want to think about very carefully. Some places it won't be as big of a deal. It just depends on. It just depends. Some places, again, it's a question of how popular they are. Uncle Tio, for instance, has real issues with its parking space for the number of people that are there. And I have just been busy for quite a while, quite a few years, at least a few years. I haven't had a chance to get up to Uncle Tio as much as I used to. But there, maybe like for me, Bothell works out better right now. Bothell and maybe, Bothell. Lake City, if I can get there, but Bothell. At least this year, I'm planning on going to Bothell Farmers Market. But Bothell maybe isn't quite as big, so maybe I'll try to get a Pike Place trip in there. But with Pike Place, it's a different deal altogether. You probably should go with some people and bring a cooler. Yeah, because this is Seattle. At least going from my place to Seattle, it's a bit of a trip. So, other things that you want to do when you're at a farmer's market. Some farmers markets, you can bring dogs if it's like Uncle Tio or Bothell. If it's an open air park-like area, sure. And the dog's on a leash, sure. But sometimes no. You have to just watch those things. But it's fun to bring a dog. You want to bring backpacks and things that you can carry stuff in, and maybe a cooler with ice is a good idea, depending on how long you're going to be there, and how hot the sun is and everything. You're going to want to make a few trips to the car, perhaps, so you're not carrying too many things at once. It's a good idea to have your cash ready, or because you're going to be juggling a lot of things with your hands and backpack, and for me, it's really tempting to just immediately go from one farmer's one little vendor to the other one really quickly. I'm like, oh no, I want to make sure I can get these things before they're all gone, right? So it's tempting to go quick, but maybe right when you get to the farmer's market, go to those places that you think that their good stuff will be sold out quickest. Get some stuff there that you really want, and then you'll be okay. Then you don't have to worry about that anymore. It's a good idea to save, to wait till the end of the time you're at a farmer's market. Wait till the end for things like wood crafts and antique things. Whatever you have left over, if you want to buy something for someone. You might think you want to do that earlier on because it's more expensive, but some of them. But it just depends on what you have on hand. But you know, again, fresh fruit is one of the main berries. Is one of the main draws of a farmer's market. Once you have those things, I think, I mean, like maybe you could spend more time than looking at all the little trinkets and all the, the art things, and you know, um, but also, there's, like I said, lunch to factor in or whatever if you want to, or dinner, depending on how you have things set up. But um, wait also until the end to, unless you have a cooler. You want to be really careful about anything you need to keep cold, refrigerated. But be very careful how long you're at a farmer's market for those things, of course. Um, I've discovered this at Mukilteo. If you go to Mukilteo, I mean, some farmers markets, they're going to have not necessarily a lot of scuzzy looking beggars, but what I mean is they're going to have. You might have this situation where there are some young guys that said their car was broken down and they could use some extra money or something. And so when I was saw right through it and said, "Beat it," kind of thing. So there's people that are looking for a quick buck. You just want to be careful. They're going to be very crafty about how they go about trying to get money from you. So just be aware of that. Also, I've personally never had any issues with this, but because, again, your berries and your cherries and your really tasty fruits are so popular, you could be in a situation where there's a big long line. Hopefully, it doesn't happen to too many people. Hopefully, you have enough. Hopefully, there's enough vendors that are selling fresh fruit that you can don't have to wait to get good stuff. But when you're at the vendor and you're getting stuff, you still want to be very polite and respectful to people selling stuff to you. And with fresh fruit, some of the things I'm saying, I feel like shouldn't even need to be mentioned. But you want to have your hands should be fairly clean, right? It should be clean, and you can trust that the person giving you fruit and vegetables, their hands are clean. Maybe not. I don't know. So, don't be the person basically that has dirty hands, from whatever, and you're picking through all the berries and looking for the best ones or by hand or something, and you putting a lot of them back and getting. Don't be the sort of customer that's a pill, and that's only one side of it, right? So try to have your hands sanitary, right? for everyone, right? If you sneeze, have some Kleenex or something. If you sneeze right in your hand, snot, that's. I don't know. I'm speaking myself here. I just want to be, considerate to everyone else. And if you bring kids that have the sneeze and stuff, you want to be careful about that stuff. Nobody wants to get cold. Nobody wants to get snottle. Anything involving this open, help yourself kind of thing, it can be an issue. So just bring the Kleenex. Watch the little kids. If but anyway. So that all being said, and also, I don't think this needs to be mentioned either, but don't be the sort of customer that is irritable, short with other customers, or the seller. You always want to be respectful. There's another side to this too, but it's one thing to ask the seller, "Hey, what kind of cherry is this?" And they'll know. They can tell you, "How? What's interesting?" And if you're yakking with the guy, cool. Just try not to yak with him too long because there's other people behind you, maybe that are trying to get fruit as well. So ask your questions. Be nice. Ask the questions you want to. if they're okay with you trying out some fruit to see how it tastes like, okay, but don't, you know, don't take too much, and as a sample, and just be respectful of everybody else around you. They're trying to get fruit too. Maybe carry on your conversation with someone who's also there, who isn't selling stuff to people, and other vendors might have more time to talk to you, like those people that make really nice wooden bowls that maybe don't have as many customers, but maybe you want to ask more questions about what you're getting because it's going to last the rest of your life, or it costs like $100, right? So it's really nice handcrafted wooden bowl for. But there's a sort of customer that's really fussy and short with it. I unfortunately, when I'm at farmers markets, I've never had a situation where I've had a customer, yell at me for cutting in line or for something stupid like that, or but I could see that happening. I don't know. Well, there are a lot of fussy people at farmers markets because we want to have the highest quality food, but we don't want to deal with anybody else's attitudes. We just want to get our good stuff and maybe have a few nice conversations and go home. All right? We don't want to have this big long lecture about whatever from this snotty person, right? I know I'm thinking there's other things that can come up. You just want to plan from in advance. So that's why it's very helpful to have your backpack and your other things that you can put stuff in. So your hands are free, so you can have your cash ready. And also it's a good idea to have some small bills as well. Try to help out the folks there. It sounds like a little bit like a do and don't thing. I'm not trying to dwell on that too much, but you'd be surprised. I mean, I don't know. I think most people at farmers markets are very considerate, but you never know. So it's also a good idea just to before you react, angrily, just step aside from the vendor. Say, can we talk about this over here? Rather not get in the way of everybody. And then you can have a nice conversation with the person, figure out what's going on with them, and just work it out with them. Because it's really easy when the sun's beating down on you, right? And you need to get that thing taken care of, paid for, and especially if you have other kids you're with. I don't know. I mean, whatever the situation is, it's really easy to kind of, what? Yeah, you never know what can happen. Plus, there's always police that are nearby in these places. So, but yeah, and then a few other things. So my strategy for this year, I'm probably going to go to Bothell, because it's just my schedule is kind of crazy. But if my schedule opens up at other times, I would love to be able to go to Mukilteo again. And Lake City also has, these are some of the places that I might want to go to. Maybe a few others, but it's just a question of what I have time for. And the more time you want to spend, you want to set aside a huge chunk of time, because really the best time to be at a farmer's market, you want to be relaxed. You don't want to be in a hurry. I often do feel like I'm in a little bit of a hurry, but for some reason, when I can anticipate things in advance, I tend to do better. Again, I mentioned Mukilteo having a bad parking situation. Lake City also has a bad parking situation, but in a little bit different way. They have an underground parking space beneath the library where the parking spaces are very small, and you have to be very careful backing in and out. It's a real headache. It gets really toasty down that underground parking space in a way, at least when I've been there. And it's just crazy. I mean, those two by themselves. Bothell maybe isn't quite as big of a farmer's market, but the parking is so much better. I don't know. And there's always some interesting folks that are there, and there's always some nice music that's playing. You get the hipsters and I don't know, the hemp sleeping. That's all good. Get the guys with the big beards playing guitar. That's excuse guitar. That's always fun. But natural crafted things. And a few other things before I finish this video. So I think that they just need to keep growing in number of farmers markets. They need to keep getting more popular, more available year round if possible. And we just need to support them more and more and more. And we should try to have more things sold at farmers markets that people need, that are healthy and healthy food-wise, but also healthy if we're talking about other things like soap and shampoo and stuff. And there are folks I know that mention that you can just make your own shampoo, you don't have to buy it. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing against regular supermarkets, but I think I would be really interested in having, again, a greater number of farmers markets or stores like Whole Foods, but are different, or not quite as expensive, that just have more natural stuff. More of those kinds of places, less of the traditional stuff. Traditional meaning Safeway, Albertsons, and so on and so forth. Fred Meyer is kind of a different kind of thing. But all right, leave me your thoughts and comments below. Talk to you guys a little bit later.